Now we're gonna jump into a double masking situation. I actually apply these backwards. So what are we gonna mask with now? This Yes to Grapefruit Brightening for Dull and Uneven Skin. It's actually a peel-off mask. So it goes on like a gel, and you're supposed to use this fancy tool of theirs. I picked both of these up at Target. Dink. All right, let's see what this looks like. Okay, so I cut it open like this, because otherwise there was gonna be no way to get it out. It has clay and vitamin C, and you're supposed to be able to paint it on and then peel it off. We'll see if that works. But already I think, I don't know, this is probably not gonna be a repurchase for me because it's making a mess. And I don't see how you could feasibly not make a mess. And I'm not enjoying the mess. There's also not that much in here for, like, I think it was maybe $2, maybe $3. Like, this better give me some serious glow is all I can say, because this is like a big mess. Would you judge me if I told you I was gonna eat a drumstick ice cream cone while I wait for this to dry? Just so tired. Sugar makes me feel so good. So good. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. I'm starting to pull it off, but it is like, bleh. So I saw the ingredient in here is polyvinyl. So it literally feels like, have you dealt with acrylic paint before? Like painter's paint for painting your house? That's the texture it feels like. Super sticky, and then it's also, like, that's the way it's peeling off, but it's not peeling off very well. I mean, like, ugh. I'm having major buyer's remorse / masker's remorse. So here we are, about 10 to 20 scrubs later, and they should put a warning sign on their mask that says, brightening may occur, but it will be because you've stripped off multiple layers of your skin with a washcloth. Epic fail. Okay. So my skin actually doesn't feel that bad, considering I basically shredded it with a washcloth to get that travesty of a mask off. Definitely never purchase, tell your friends and your loved ones. Don't avoid that mask in the Target aisle. Really quickly, I wanted to tell you about something fun. You have to check it out. Have you heard of iHeartRadio? For the longest time, I've been a Pandora fan, okay? But lately I've been having problems getting Pandora to play on my laptop, so I tuned into iHeartRadio. And over the weekend, I was kind of messing around in my studio, making like a little skincare thing I'm working on, and I found their graduation playlist. And what you do is you put in the year that you graduated from college, and it'll play like all the top songs. So I put in the year I graduated, which was 1999, and what came up but Livin' La Vida Loca, and I was like, no effing way. So I scrolled down and I clicked that I graduated in 1991, and oh yes, that is the playlist. So good, so much fun. All the great songs came out in the early 90s. So anyway, I thought no matter what year you graduated, you should go check it out. It's really fun, and it's free. So if you want to hear some great music, get yourself jazzed up, then check it out on iHeartRadio. Okay, so the real thing I wanted to talk about today was that my birthday's coming up on Saturday. I'm turning 38, which is 2 years away from 40. And ever since my 35th birthday, on my birthday, I always think about Meg Ryan in that scene from When Harry Met Sally.
And I'm gonna be 40!
When?
Someday!
So yes, I generally hate my birthday. I don't know why, but I think it's because I always force myself to take this good hard look at like where I'm at. Have I accomplished goals? Like, what areas do I need to work on in my personality? So it's definitely kind of like a prickly time for me. And then also I've been working on creating my own skincare line. And the problem with that sometimes is when I look in the mirror, I don't have perfect skin. I have melasma, I have a lot of wrinkles, I have a lot of freckles. And you know, sometimes you just think about like, is this really a good idea to always be being evaluated for how your skin looks. So what I wanted to talk about was well aging, and I wanted to show you this picture of my dad's side of the family. So check it out. Here's my dad, here's my grandmother, and here's my aunt. Now, if you look at them and you look at me, we all have the same facial features and structures. So I have a droopy nose, and we see a droopy nose in these three. I've got droopy eyelids, and we see droopy eyelids in all three of these folks. So if I just look like at this picture, I know how my face is gonna age regardless of what products I use. Like, my face is just really prone to gravity. Now, take a look at my mom, okay? So I inherited my dad's facial structure and features, but I inherited my mom's coloring, which comes from her French Native American background. Now, I have this hereditary melasma that's made infinitely worse by the fact that I live in the tropics. I can lessen it by staying out of the sun, by using topical products. However, I can't really ever make it go away. So those things, like, that's what I carry with me in my DNA from my family, and there's no really getting away from that or getting rid of it. And so it really does take you to go to an inner place and say, to accept that. Like, I know I'm going to want to do some fillers and maybe some Botox at some point. I know I'm going to be wearing SPF every day to try to combat the melasma, but there's only so much that I'm going to be able to do to combat what I know is coming. Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to talk about on this video. I know it's a little bit short, but I'm hoping that you'll drop a comment below and let me know about your well-aging journey, or things maybe that you're like, yeah, I know this is coming. But I'm gonna deal with it no matter what.